lost yourself to madness.
I changed career paths.
I've won. Exactly as planned.
To all the trolls that keep calling my transgender son a girl, why? Just kidding, bitches. You can't phase us. Go fuck yourself.
Transphobes will say things like, oh, you have to look like a woman to be a woman, so I started looking like a woman. So then they say things like, oh, you have to have a vagina to be a woman, so I got a vagina. And then they'll say things like, oh, you have to bleed once a month to be a woman. And I was a bit like, oh, well, fuck, I don't know, what am I going to do about that? Guess what? I got recurring hemorrhoids, bitch.
AJ. Oh man, I gotta tell you, before I met you, I didn't respect trans people at all. Now I feel like a horrible person for it, but yeah, that was wrong. And then I met you and I was like, what the fuck, I'm so stupid.
You're probably wondering why I'm a woman now. Well, funny story. You see, after I broke up with Harley, she got back at me by spiking my Joker venom with estrogen. I hate to admit it, but it was actually a pretty funny gag. But joke's on her, because as it turns out, I actually enjoy this body. And, well, I guess all the abuse I hurled at her was just internalized misogyny. Oh well, time to go kill the Batman.
Of course you do. I spent nearly 50 years of my life as one. Transitioning doesn't happen overnight. On top of that, I'd already taken my makeup off for the day. It was nighttime when I made that video. So, one more little truth nugget to throw at you though, and that is, did you know that transphobic statements such as that can trigger gender dysphoria in trans people like me, potentially leading them towards suicide? Do you want someone's death on your hands? Think before you speak.
As many of you know, I am coming out to my parents as trans tomorrow night, which is absolutely insane to say, but anyways, here's my plan. Okay, so I have this trans flag, which just arrived recently. Let's see. Yes, so here's the flag. And I will hang it up in my room like this. And then I'm going to ask my parents to come into my room, and if they recognize it, then great. If not, then I'll just explain it and go from there. This is really absolutely terrifying, but I can't wait.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Daily Dose. So today I'm going to be talking about my HRT or hormone replacement therapy because some people were asking me about the medications that I take. This will be over the next 2 days, and today I'm going to be talking about my anti-androgen or antibiotics. And this right here is my spironolactone. Now this right here is pretty much used to block my androgen receptors in my body and decrease my testosterone production, because as a trans woman my body is producing way more testosterone than I want it to, so I want to make it so my estrogen gets higher than the testosterone. Now this is also a diuretic, which is why I've heard that apparently I'm going to start craving pickles soon, like a lot of trans women do. Anyways, make sure you always take this with food, and here's dose number 4.
If your hair gets any longer, I'm going to start thinking you're a girl. And I was just like, could you?
When I first came out as trans, I had like a beard and my head was completely shaved. And so before I came out at work, I just did the little things to make myself feel a little bit better. I started growing my hair out and shaved my beard, and I got my nose pierced. One day, one of my coworkers came up to me in the lunchroom, and she looks at me up and down, and she goes, "You've been growing your hair out a lot lately. You got your nose pierced. What are you, trying to be some kind of hippie?" I really just wanted to respond with, "No, I'm trying to be a woman, just to see how she would react. That coworker no longer works at the office, but one day she did come back in order to get all the stuff out of her office, and she was going around and saying hi to everyone, and she looked at me and she was like, I didn't even recognize you at first, and that felt really good.